Hi guys, welcome to Diaspora Digital Media. I am Faith Ekijere and this is As E Dey Hot. I'm in the studio right now with a very special guest. He's a sound engineer. Well, I'll let him do the introduction himself.
Okay, my name is Andrew Delamy, and I'm a music producer, I'm a sound engineer, and I'm an artist. At the same time, we do small, we try small.
Most people don't know you are called Andrew.
Yeah. Actually, most people call me Make Sense, but my real name is Andrew Delamy.
Okay, that's
Yes,
nice.
yeah.
So how did you come about Make Sense?
Um, Okay, the name makes sense actually from back then when I used to dance. I was actually a dancer too at some point in time
Nice.
when I was still in secondary school, and also the crew that I danced with or that I used to dance with that
Yeah.
time. Most times when they asked me to come up with steps
Mm-hmm.
that I will put in the choreography and all, whenever I come up with a step, they'll be like, step makes sense, and then most times when I'm talking or when we're having a conversation
Yeah.
with people, I usually use the word make sense. So from there, I just why not let me just be using this make sense, and that was how the name came about.
Breakdance or
Yes, break dance.
nice.
Okay,
Wow, that's nice.
thank
So
you.
what inspired you to become a sound engineer?
Um, the the thing is that I've always loved sound. Um, I realized that when I was with a crew back then, they used to call us the militants,
Mm,
but it was a gospel crew then.
okay.
Whenever I would go to the studio, I think I did my first record in 2006
Mm-hmm.
with a producer called Bricks, and whenever we go to the studio for production process and all, beat making and all, my friends or my crew members, they will just get somewhere and sit down and then wait. But me, I'm always optimistic. I want to see what this person, the producer, is doing. So instead
Yeah.
of me sitting there, I'll just stand close to him, just watching at the door. I don't know what he's doing, but I kind of like it. So gradually, I realized I was kind of drawn to sound, and that was how it came about.
Well, all right. Well, that's nice. That's really nice. From actually a dancer to a producer. That's interesting.
Thank you.
So what do you consider to be the most challenging part of sound engineering?
Um, for me, I would say it's dealing with people. Dealing with people, it's actually a very big deal
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you tend to meet different
Different. Mm.
people, species. Let me use that word. Pardon me. But the truth is, one of the hardest thing to deal with is human being.
Yeah.
And most of the doors that we use are actually sometimes it's automated. You can just click and then you click and something will just run.
Mm.
But the thing is, dealing with people is one of the hardest part of being a music or sound person.
Yeah,
It's
I
dealing
agree.
with artists, telling them what to do, and sometimes they're not going to rehearse and then
Mm-hmm.
come to the studio and start stressing you and
Some
all of
might
that.
even want to challenge you on your
Yes, that they
job.
know what they are doing when they're doing the wrong thing. So it's really challenging. It's dealing with people that I would say is the most challenging part of it.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
All right. Can you explain how you would set up your equipment on stage as opposed to in the studio?
Okay, that's a good one. The thing is that I believe working indoor and outdoor,
Mm.
it takes two different um, um, approach. You need to have two different approach
Yeah.
to setting up in the
Yeah.
studio and for outdoor. Most times the DJs are, let's say if we're having a live recording
Mm-hmm.
on stage, you need other equipment that you need that might likely not to be used in the studio at some point in time.
Okay.
And things like if you're having a home studio
Mm-hmm.
or a professional studio, that things they vary. So you need your speakers and your console, your mixer console, your sound cards, and your what's it called? laptops. No, some of the things are actually similar. Most of the things you can actually use them in the studio and
On
on
stage,
stage. Yeah.
okay. So like if someone calls you up for like a quick job right now,
Okay.
what are the necessary things you would pick up?
Okay. As a producer, I just need my monitor speakers. I use Rocket 5. I use it for my mobile studio,
Okay.
and my sound card, Focusrite sound card, and then my headphones and my laptop. So I can work with that. And
Okay.
then my keyboard. I have a MIDI keyboard that I work with. So
Okay.
with that I can work anywhere.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
All right. But when you listen to other people's sound, other sound engineers, when you listen to their jobs, do you sometimes feel like, I can do better than this?
Well, I'm not in competition with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And the competition that I'm in is with myself to be better from where I'm coming from.
Mm-hmm.
So I cannot say everybody is good in its own way, because the kind of sound I produce, it's different from how other producers and the approach at which they come to they produce their own sound is different from mine. So there are a lot of people that have actually impacted while they are coming up, and there are other people that have impacted me. So there's no way I can be in competition with anybody. So I cannot say I'm better than anybody.
But when you listen to other people's sound, other sound engineers, when you listen to their jobs, do you sometimes feel like, I can do better than this?
Well, the thing is that we are not perfect.
Yeah.
We're all striving towards perfections, and we have our strength and weakness. There's so much genre in music. So there are particular ones that you'll be very, very good at, and there are some that you're still struggling with. So I would say there are sounds that some people are not very, very good at. So when I listen to them,
Yeah.
or when I listen to that kind of sound, and maybe it's that producer's weakness, I might say, oh, it's not actually doing the right thing, because I think he's supposed to do this and do as a producer, but I'm not going to share with anybody. I'm just speaking from my own view,
Yeah,
like,
you say it to yourself.
yes, to myself. So I feel there's no way you bring someone's job down because you want to praise yourself.
Yeah.
I don't
And
do that.
it would actually not be nice to do that in front of like
Other
artists.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, that's nice. What social value does your craft add to the society?
That's a beautiful question. I see myself not just a music producer, but someone that in his own way finds a way to add up to the society. With the rate of crime and all of that, people tend to look for things that will bring them joy and happiness, to just get their minds off from the happenings in Nigeria. I make sounds. I make sounds like remake instrumentals. I remake instrumentals and I put them out there for free. At that point in time, people tend to download those sounds and then spit their mind without paying me for it. You understand? So I put them out there, and a whole lot of people that cannot pay, that are not able to go to the studio to pay a producer to make a beat for them. Maybe they listen to a sound of maybe the A-list artist, and then they wish they have that kind of sound. I make it available for them. So for that reason, I think in my own way, I tend to make it easier for artists out there, or upcoming artists, to be able to reach out to things that they are not able to get to at a particular time. And also, I use my own craft, I use my own sound, I use my own production to support artists, in the sense that I give, I organize sometimes with the help of an artist I recently came in contact with, Chella. We used to do this online competition. Sometimes we set funds, we said maybe we just contribute money. It's not too much, but at least it keeps people, to encourage artists. So, and then maybe sometimes when we have a winner, I will give you a free section, I'll make a beat for you. This is how much I charge, but I'm going to do it for you for free. So I feel in my own quarter, I am kind of being a voice to people that are not able to meet up with some of the payment
Yeah.
aspect of the music production.
Okay. Has the present economy, the economy saga, has the present economy situation affected you as a sound engineer? Has it affected you?
The truth is, the truth is, aside from the prices of things spiking up and all of that, most times when it comes to job, I tend to work with people outside the country. So sometimes they pay me in dollars. So it has not really affected my production.
So it's a gain.
I'll not call it a game because when whatever I'm getting, I'm still putting it out there to buy things and then the price.
Yeah,
So
true.
it's
True.
more like you collecting big thing and then you're using it to so I will not say it's a game, but for the aspect of working,
Yeah.
it's a plus
Okay.
because of whenever the dollars goes up and then I get a job or I get paid, it actually becomes in more, you get. But the thing is that I spend more, so it's still not good.
Okay. All right. Nigeria has been in a very tough situation. Like this country, I don't know where it's going to, really. How have you been able to cope? How have you been able to sustain yourself? Do you have other jobs that you're doing apart from sound engineering?
um Nigeria now as it be, now all of us the year am. Now all of us the year am. So I the sound engineering or sound production aspect of what I do, it's not that it's always coming. As a Nigerian, you should know that okay, there's other things that you need to resort into that will help sustain you when you don't have jobs online and
Yeah.
when you don't have clients to work with. Well, I feel aside from the music production or the sound and all of that, I am a electrical person. I know how to do wiring and some of those stuff. So you need to just have extra things that will just keep you going.
Exactly.
Yes, because Nigeria now, easy.
At all.
You agree with me? It's
Yeah,
not easy.
of
It's not
course.
easy. A whole lot of things that is going on in the country at this point in time. You need to have multiple streams of incomes that will help you with to help your day-to-day activities, what to eat, and the transportation and all of that. So you need to have other things that will keep you going. So I do more of my electrical stuff time to time, not often though. And one thing where I could tell you, forget. When you get money, learn to save. It's very important. When you have, so basically, what I do is, let's say I have a job that pays me, let's just say 10,000 naira. Let's just use 10,000 naira so that I
Yeah.
can be able to, I can take 50,000, I can take 5,000 naira off from it, and then I'll save. Or if I don't save it, I put it on this drift, this weekly or monthly drift.
Yeah.
It's actually coming through for me most times because sometimes when I put that funds there, I tend to utilize the one that I'm having that's remaining with me, pending till when another job comes. So before another job comes, and then I'm able to put or make I use broken. I can't get another money. Make I put for the drift. Small. When things come tough for me.
But it's not every time that you will have jobs.
Exactly.
It's not every time that
Exactly.
you will get jobs that will actually pay you what.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's either
So
you
how
save.
do you do that?
I'm telling you my own secret.
Okay, just imagine you did a job and you were paid 50,000,
Okay.
for instance, and you decide to save like 15,000,
Okay.
and then in the long run, you didn't get another job,
Okay.
or your electrical stuff you're doing, you didn't get any job. How do you intend to survive on 15,000 for like a month, safe? Because if you check out prices of things in the market now, 15,000 cannot
It's
buy you
nothing.
anything.
True, true, true.
So how do you cope? How do you sustain yourself for that long period of time?
You fast. Because as it be now like this, I no fit steal. I no fit carry wetin no be my own.
Yeah.
I only make use of what I have at a particular time. But you see, that's why in most cases, I feel if people like me can be empowered, let's say, okay, if the government or maybe to empower a music producer, a sound engineer as myself, because there are a whole lot of people out there that want to do this thing, that have this passion, but they don't know how to start. Okay, let's take, for example, the price of a monitor speakers in the market. I think at a point when I bought my monitor speakers, my first monitor speakers, it was around 250,000, but it's over 1.4 million naira as it is now. So, it discourages people, young minds that want to go into this whole thing. So, if we have some persons or government get someone like me, invest in me, and in turns, I get people and teach this job. So, instead of leaving people out there on their own, on the street, just staying, doing nothing, they can be learning this sound engineering, because the thing is that there's a whole lot demand of Afro music now. Let's go back. Afro music it's global as it is now, so demand for it is high. There are a whole lot of people that want to work with Afro producers. If we have more of them, then there's going to be a little bit or a drastic fall in crimes, because when these young minds are supposed to be out there on the street trying to take something that doesn't belong to them, but they are being empowered to learn these sound things and all that to make themselves useful into society, is going to go a very, very big way. So, because they can't pay for what's it called? They can't pay for them to learn. They need someone to come in for them.
Yeah.
You understand? So I would say that 15K, you no go do anything. So you no go do anything. Like, if you no get it, just fast and pray.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Makes sense for coming to the studio.
Thank
We'd
you,
like to
thank you.
have you again some other time if you are available.
I will not say I'm not available. I'm always available.
All right,
I'll be
thank you very
available.
much.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, it has been an interesting session with Makes Sense, the producer. Thanks for watching. See you again next week.